Going in. Okay, I'd like to call the meeting to order for the Planning and Zoning Commission for January 23rd. There's 3 commissioners here. We have one online, which gives us the quorum, and there's another commissioner en route who is trapped by a train. So when he gets here, we'll be going, but we might as well get going anyway. We all have other things to do on a Thursday morning. So could we have the roll call of officers now, please?
Commissioner Wodonga,
Here.
Commissioner Lear, Commissioner Jimenez,
Present.
Commissioner Fisher,
Here.
Commissioner Acosta, Vice Chair Zerniak,
En route.
Chair Zargis.
Here. Okay. Next, we have approval or changes to the agenda. Look for a motion.
Move for approval of changes to the agenda.
I second it.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Fisher, seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed? Abstentions. Next, approval of the minutes for the annual meeting of January 9th, 2025. I need a motion, please.
I move for approval of the minutes from January 9, 2025.
Okay, moved by,
Second it.
been seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? None. Old business? No old business. New business, case SU 24-056.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Please state your name and address for the record.
Charlene Santisteban, 845 North Old Town Boulevard, Las Cruces, New Mexico.
And do you affirm the testimony you're about to give today is the truth under penalty of law?
Yes.
Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Okay, our case today is SU 24036. And the owner is Carlos Martinez. And Harvest Christian Church is wanting to buy the property, and Bruce Ponzio is the agent. The location is 313 Paseo Real Drive. It's a T3 neighborhood edge zone. And the special use permit is for a religious institution. This is the location map, and the reason it's 2 different colors is that parcel, the portion that's blue was where the house is at. And that was separated from the whole lot for tax purposes in 1990. So the other portion, when they applied for it, they just gave me 1 parcel number, so it's really 2. So that's why I want to make that distinction. This is the aerial land use. The description, the property is 2 acres and is zone T3. The surrounding area is mostly single-family residential with commercial to the north and west, school and mobile home park. It's zoned mobile home park to the south. A single-family home was built in 1950. A garage was added to the existing house sometime between 2018 and 2023. There is no record of a building permit being issued. The assessor's office is showing the property as 2 lots separated in 1990 for tax purposes. The owner is currently working with the assessor's office to eliminate the tax lot line. In 2010, the property changed ownership and was converted to a church without an SUP, and the existing sign was never permitted. Water is provided by Lake Section, and a septic tank is installed for the residents. Property will need approval for commercial use. Access is from Paseo Real Drive, a county-maintained paved road, classified as a local road with an 80-foot right-of-way. This is the close-up of the parcel, and you can see where the garage that was added straddles the property line, and that's what triggered to investigate what happened with that lot. This is the zoning map, and all the blue is T4 and T5. So it is the commercial district, so it's just 1 lot past that on Paseo Real. On December 11th, 2024, the applicant, Harvest Christian Church, submitted the SUP request to operate a religious institution on the property. The applicant is proposing to convert the house into a religious institution with additional square footage added to the existing building and will provide parking for their parishioners on the back. The religious institution will operate 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, church services at 10:30 a.m. on Sundays and perhaps 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday nights in the future. There will be 1 to 2 employees on site. This is the overall site plan, and this is the existing right here, and this is the proposed. So this is the addition that they're proposing to make on the property. And these are the parking spaces. There's 25 parking spaces. We'll propose that 25 parking spaces. And this is a blow-up of the site plan of the proposed changes they want for the property. 13 letters of notification were mailed to the area properties on January 2nd, 2025. Notice was posted in Las Cruces Sun News on January 2nd, 2025, and signs were posted on the property in a timely manner. These are the signs of the notification. And this is the area of notification. And this is the subject property. This is the front of the property. And then this is the intersection from McCombs and Paseo Real. So you can see it's really close proximity to that intersection in the business district. This is the east side of the property and the west side of the property. And this is the adjacent properties. This is west, this is east, north, and northeast. There's a property there that's across from them that's for sale. And this is Paseo Real Drive, west and east. And this is the business district. There's a car wash and Colquitt Water Company, lake section across behind the bank, and then the bank. And these are the criteria that we follow. 35502 regulations general to all zones. A religious institution is allowed by special use permit in a T3 zone. The definition of a religious institution, a church or place of worship or religious assembly with related facilities such as the following in any combination: rectory or convent, private school, meeting hall, offices for administration of the institution, licensed child and adult daycare and playground. And this is the criteria that we follow. The traffic impacts, they will be required to get a site threshold assessment for a driveway permit from the county. And the site plan shows 25 spaces. And the applicant states that the enhanced ingress-egress creates a dedicated entry-exit point that can accommodate the 20 to 25 vehicles arriving and departing during peak hours, which is on Sundays. This will utilize the existing shoulder of Paseo Real to minimize disruption to the main traffic flow, implement traffic management, employ a team of parking attendants on site to ensure the safe and efficient flow of the vehicle exiting the property after Sunday and Wednesday services. Optimize on-site parking, utilize the property ample space to accommodate on-site drop-off and pick-off, eliminating the need for off-street parking and minimize traffic congestion on Paseo Real. And the applicant has sufficient off-street parking with room for loading on the backside of the building. The comprehensive plan, it's goal 2.2, ensure regulations support and plan requirements. Water is provided by lake section. A residential septic tank is installed on the property. Applicant will need to contact New Mexico Environment Department for commercial use. Paseo, they might have community sewer there because it's really close to McCombs. So I don't know if they can extend that line. Paseo Real Drive is a county-maintained road with 80-foot right-of-way. The area is in residential is a residential area with a commercial hub nearby to the north and west, and the school to the south, and zoning for a mobile home park to the west. A pre-app meeting will be required to determine requirements for building services, flood, engineering, and fire. Environmentally sensitive in the event that the potential impacts or any endangered or threatened species or their habitats are identified and will We will implement appropriate mitigation measures to assist in the preservation and relocation of said endangered or rare species. The decisional criteria number 6, 2 adjacent properties are currently vacant lots, and you can see from the pictures they are vacant. This allows ample buffer space between the proposed development and existing residences. Potential for increased property values. Our project will enhance the aesthetic appeal of the neighborhood and may contribute to increased property values for surrounding home and business owners. Reduced crime, increased activity and visibility associated with our proposed use can contribute to a safer and more secure neighborhood environment. Community engagement, we will actively engage with neighboring residents to address their concerns and incorporated their feedback to ensure safety and the general welfare of the community. Applicant will implement best practices, management practices. A certified contractor will follow best practices to construct the required addition to the existing building to meet building standards and county required for compliance. The property is outside of any, well, these are all the staff findings that are in our UDC that we have to follow. And of course, this is the staff findings. The subject property is 2 acres, surrounding areas residential, and the zoning administrator has authority to implement this. These are the staff recommendations. A conditional approval of case SU 24, it's supposed to be 24036. A precondition, these are the conditions. A pre-application meeting with building services, engineering, flood, and fire will be required to meet all applicable construction, fire, and life safety codes. Approval of the SUP will only be for a religious institution. Hours of operation will be 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. on Sundays. They have to work with the assessor's office to eliminate the lot line for tax purposes. Triple fee for building permit on garage approved from NMAD for septic tank for commercial uses. And this concludes my presentation. Any questions?
I do. You have 20 to 25 parking spaces. What is the projected occupancy?
I don't know that. You'll have to ask the applicant, the church. I don't know what their congregation size is. That wasn't anything that they submitted.
Thank you.
I have a question. I have a question. In regards to, of course, it being from a residential, being changed over to a religious institution, will there be needing requirements for ADA compliance for restrooms?
Yes, there will be, and for parking.
Okay.
And lighting also.
Thank you.
Yeah, good morning, Shirlene. I had a question regarding the earlier portion of your presentation. You had mentioned that it was functioning as a church at one point.
Yes.
Did that continue or did that stop? Is that something that continued from the time it began to present?
No, I
Or
don't
was
know.
that shut down at some point?
In 2010, they bought the property, the church did, and they were operating it as a church, but they never got an SUP, so we didn't know that they were doing that. And I guess they sold it to the current owner in 2018, I believe, and that's when he added the garage. So I don't know, maybe 2018 is when they ended the religious services.
Okay, I was just curious whether there was any, combined affiliation with the former versus the present.
No.
Okay, thank you.
At all. Okay.
Any other questions, comments from the board? Okay, do we hear from the applicant?
Yes.
I'm looking at you because I need to know if I need to be sworn in or not.
Yes, sir. Good
Okay.
morning. Please raise your right hand. State your name and address for the record.
Name is Ruben Sanchez. Home address is 725 Camino Norte, Cordo Paso, Texas, 79932.
Do you affirm the testimony you're about to give today is the truth under penalty of law?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good morning.
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 To answer your question, currently we meet at the Dolores C. Wright Community Center there in Chaparral at the park. Any given Sunday, we have anywhere from 45 to 50 people that come. So we're guesstimating 25 cars because most of them are couples that show up, so 2 people people per car. Others come in 3 families come in 1 car. So it could be anywhere from 20 to 25 vehicles that do come to church on a Sunday morning.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Commissioner Zerniak?
excuse me, Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir.
So if you have more than 50 people, where do people park?
At our current location or
At the proposed location?
at the proposed location, we're going to have to make proper planning to expand the parking area as we grow and get the proper permitting to do so.
Do we need to put no parking signs on the street?
If we utilize our parking attendants and there is a bus stop right in front of the building, so I would assume that that would be a no parking zone either way. We would have our parking attendants instruct people not to park on the street.
Okay.
And you have enough property to expand that parking
Oh,
area?
yes, ma'am. It would be ample room, even with ponding areas in the back of the property, it would be ample room to have parking.
Anything else? Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Look for a motion on case SU 24-036.
I make a motion to approve case number SU 24-036 for the SUP.
I
as
second
presented.
that motion.
We're going to include.
Wait. I'm sorry. You weren't
We're
finished.
going to include the conditions in that,
You were going to, yeah.
Additional approval.
conditional approval.
Conditional approval
Okay.
for the SUP as presented.
Yes. I second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Rango, seconded by Commissioner Fisher. Can we have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Odanga,
Yes.
Commissioner Jimenez,
Yes.
Commissioner Fisher,
Yes.
Vice Chair Zerniak,
Yes.
Chair Zargis,
Yes. Administrative approvals? No administrative approvals. Staff input?
We don't have any, Mr. Chair.
Okay, you guys forgot to remind me to tell everyone to silence their cell phones. Commission input? We're going to make it out of here by 9:30. Take a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Zerniak. We're out of here. Thank you all.
We don't vote.
Thank you.